by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Today, we are here to share another opportunity, and this time is going for the youth. So, those youth outside there, there's this opportunity for you to do something. It's time for you to showcase what you can do in the areas of climate change. And the best side is that it goes for youth led organizations or individual, but you need to fall within the age brackets that they consider. So today I'm here to share with you Youth for Climate Initiative. It's a climate change initiative specifically designed for youth. And once you prepare your proposal within the areas that they are interested in, you'll be given and you submit it. You might win this particular opportunity. So just sit down and whilst we go through this particular talk or this particular advert. So now, Youth for Climate has launched the Youth Climate Initiative to support the work of young people and youth-led organizations in 5 thematic areas. So the areas are youth, climate and environmental literacy. I'll take my time to explain them, don't worry. And sustainable energy. And we also have food and agriculture and nature assets. And the last part is sustainable consumption and production. So I'll take my time to go through them. So now, in response, the government of Italy and the United Nations Development Program (UNDP), in collaboration with a range of knowledge partners and youth constituencies, have set up this particular call in order to respond to climate impact. So, and they were particularly interested in 5 main areas which I've already outlined. So now let's look into the objectives of this particular call. First is to map youth-led organized solutions, gather evidence of young people's active leadership in climate action, and advocate for further support for their work from government, private sector, and other stakeholders, the key ones, of course. So, to fund new and existing youth led solutions that are ready to implement or scale. And the last one is to support further development of people's or young people's ideas and projects by opening up relevant learning opportunities with the support of partners. So let's look into the thematic areas, as I already said. So you need to prepare your proposals based on these 5 thematic areas. The first is climate and environmental literacy. So when we talk about climate and environmental literacy, we are focusing on education, things related to education on climate change, outreach, and other stuff. So now let's specifically go deep into this particular one, and so that you can see what is really there. So before we do this, I've already shared the link to this particular call. So you can check it down there. And also don't forget to subscribe. It's very important, right? It gives me the energy to prepare more videos like this and share with you. So now let's come to the first thematic area, which is climate and environmental literacy. So this emphasizes the pivotal role of education and literacy in assessing the challenges posed by climate crisis. So, as we already know, education is key. So, we need to educate people to understand the need and to fight climate, and also day by day activities that they can do in order to reduce their digital footprint and also help resolve this climate crisis. So the focus is on equipping individuals, communities, and societies with the necessary knowledge, skills, values, and attitude required for sharing and achieving the goals set by the Paris Agreement, and crucial for both mitigating and adapting to the impact of climate change. Yeah, so now we understand the two terms, mitigation and adaptation. So adaptation is more or less like the now. What should we do now to respond to climate change? And mitigation is their long term, their activities or their projects that we need to set up or we need to embark in order to completely deal with climate change. Adaptation will not completely deal with it, but it will give you the now comfort, right? But still, the problem will be there. But mitigation will surely take everything off. So now, so solutions within these areas are interested. I mean, the are welcomed, right, by this call. So now, comprehensive strategies that go beyond traditional classroom settings, spanning from formal education delivered through institutional channels such as public organizations and recognized private bodies to non-formal education providing structured content for lifelong learning. So that is one side. Or you can go for the informal education, acknowledging learning activities that take place in families, workplaces, communities, and daily life context. And also the awareness, raising awareness about climate issues, ensuring that individuals are not only informed but also actively engaged in disseminating knowledge within their communities, fostering a broader understanding and commitment to sustainable practices. So the second is the sustainable energy. So now, what is sustainable energy? So the global pursuit of sustainable energy goals is what progressing. It's progressing, and but the pace falls short of the urgency required. So by 2030, an estimated 660 million people would still lack access to electricity, while nearly 2 billion people will continue relying on environmentally harmful fuels. So this particular aspect is this particular aspect is to give sustainable energy, things like solar and other clean cooking and clean energy, like those stuff. Yeah, so that is also very important, and it's stated here. So if you have any idea to push clean energy, it's also accepted here. So now let's go to the next one, which is food and agriculture. So food systems and agriculture are key parts of climate. Agriculture and other land uses land uses account for nearly a quarter of all greenhouse gas emissions and one third of global produce destination global produce destined for human consumption is lost or goes to waste. So climate change is a major contributor to food what insecurity. So now we can see that climate change is really causing farmers to lose their produce, crops, and even animals are dying because of drying water bodies. Because these animals, livestock, they depend on these things for their survival, right? So now, once climate change has set in, food is really going into it's becoming a problem, it's becoming a security issue, right? So now this particular aspect It's like those with ideas, those with knowledge, those with something new to really rescue this particular problem. It's what we are looking for. So the next aspect is the nature asset, which I really love this because it's more or less like dealing with extension of animals and plant species, right? So if you have any idea to really save this particular extension and reduce it, and that's what goes on there. So the next aspect is the sustainable consumption and production. Now we are moving away from the linear economy where we make use of something and then it end up in the waste bin, and that is the end. Now we're going for the 360 or something, the circular kind of economy where things can really get recycled. So at the end of the day, we don't use something and it end up into just the waste bin, but we can recycle and make good use of it. So if you have any idea on recycling, that's good for you. So you can just apply. So these are the 5 areas. Now let's look at two. The money is up to 30,000 USD, and that's good. And the possibility to the funding. So they give you the 30,000 USD and the possibility to access technical support to strengthen. I mean, they are here referring to the youth capacity on specific topics. Okay, so they also give you some technical support and those things like training and those stuff. So the support from a mentor to develop their proposal, yeah, and storytelling opportunities during the next event of the Youth for Climate Initiative and through the Youth for Climate Initiative platform and websites of UNDP and its partners. So, proposal, if successful, can be implemented over a period of 24 months. So, within 2 years, you can do this, and your proposal can be in the form of English, French, or Spanish. So let's look into the eligibility criteria. So now you can be an individual or maybe a registered youth-led civil society organization or non-governmental organization or something or community-based organization. They accept all these things, and the majority of the organizations leadership, yes, so the majority of them should be young people from 18 to 29 years at the time of submitting the application. So at least one of the team members should have at least 3 years of project management experience. Yeah, so it's good to have project management skills here. So applicants cannot be on the UNDP vendor sanction list. When you've been sanctioned, you cannot try this because definitely they're going to drop your application. So over to you. This is a very good opportunity to try and make good use of this. Apply. Who knows? You get it. You should be able, and you'll be able to start your project. Thank you very much. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you once again. Bye.